We're going tropical today on At Your Leisure as Chad and I discover what mysteries are hidden on the island of Cozumel off the coast of Mexico. It's an adventure that will take us from the water to the trail and include ruins that date back 1,000 years. From there, Don DUNWELL rides his bicycle but finds out that with a little assist, he can go for miles and miles. Finally, Steve HEUMANN takes off on a new trail that will bring out your wild side. AYL is starting right now.
You know what, Rhea? I gotta tell you the truth. All these years, I thought Cozumel was some kind of dessert. However, I realized while it's not a dessert, it's still a real treat. Hello, everybody. Welcome to At Your Leisure today. I'm Chad Booth.
And I'm Rhea Rossi Booth. And Chad and I are in Cozumel, Mexico at Punta Sur, which is just the most beautiful part of the island on the southern tip, right?
That's
the
right.
southern part.
Punta Sur stands for South Tip. It's part of a getaway we're going to show you today on our program is all the things there are to do in Cozumel, whether you come here by cruise ship or whether you fly here, a lot of things to do.
And I'm telling you, we are experiencing life like the Mexicans do every day, and it's beautiful.
Cozumel, it's 100% touristic place. Our economy, it's 100% tourism. So here in Cozumel, guys, you can do a lot of activities.
And here we are with Edward, right?
Yes.
Edward, what a fine name.
Eduardo.
Eduardo.
Yes.
Yes, but you go by Eddie.
Eddie, yes, my friends call me Eddie.
That's great.
Yes.
Now we're standing in front of a really cool Mayan ruin, obviously.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about this ruin?
Well, this one is El Caracol. The caracol means the conch shell, okay? And this was used for two different purposes. Number one is for navigation. All the navigators, Mayas, they arrive from mainland, Mexico mainland, all the way to Cozumel Island. They have to cross the channel by canoes. And they have to have this, let's say, point of reference or little Mayan lighthouses. During the hurricane season, which is 6 months of the year, can you see those holes? When the wind blows, the wind from the hurricane blow those shells, guess what? Make a noise, make a horn noise. And that was like an alarm system for the Mayan people living in this area.
So smart.
Yes.
Well, I've always wanted to do a little dune buggy riding over on the beach, and I think this is about as close as I'm going to get to it. It has just been a blast.
Well, this one's a hot ride compared to the others. Eddie, if somebody comes down to Punta Sur,
yes,
what else can we see down here?
It's like an ecological reserve. It's actually 900 acres of natural reserve, and there is different ecosystems here, like sand dunes, tropical forest, lagoons. What about if I show you the saltwater American crocodiles, not alligators?
You've got it all.
So we have
and
it
dune
all.
buggies.
And dune buggies. And guess what? And we have a nice people.
First, we're going to take a look at our travel adventure.
Beauty and desolation. Two aesthetics deeply opposed to one another and yet often found together in the most unique circumstances. A lifeless desert landscape, a barren mountainside in winter. Here along Highway 150 in Utah, just south of the Wyoming border, the desolation is apparent in many areas. A decade ago, a forest fire raged through this mountaintop land, leaving it scorched, with only black spires reaching to the sky. But what was lifeless is now awakening, and even among the fallen timber, green pokes through. Today I'm exploring this area on the cusp of winter with Ranger Joe McFarland, looking at a bit of the old with some new thrown in for good measure.
We had a great opportunity to leave from the North Slope parking lot explored up to the Lily Lake area, up to the Upper Wolverine Trail. I would describe it as an alpine environment and a real variety of opportunity. Some of the trail will go through sagebrush, through aspens, through conifers, and then even at times we're able to get above tree line and open up the large vantage point where you can see for many, many miles.
The trail starts out straightforwardly enough, moving through the trees, but it quickly branches off in different directions at almost every turn, heading to new and unknown areas beyond the horizon. The autumn air is brisk and cool, accenting the bright yellows of meadows and the few remaining leaves still clinging to their branches. Once you cross the river, things change rapidly, and we are once again greeted by the stark contrasts of the natural world. Bare peaks grace the horizon in the distance, while right at our fingertips, tranquility reigns.
Lily Lake's a great recreational opportunity. In the summertime, you'll see anglers. There's opportunities to picnic. We have picnic tables, great scenery, opportunities to view wildlife.
There is something about an alpine lake that just slows you down. It makes you breathe a little easier. At least it does for me. We don't stay at Lily Lake for long, though. Today's ride is about a new side trail up the mountain, and so we head to the heights toward the healing Matchstick Forest.
That area was burned by a fire in 2002 or 2003. Because of that, we've had issues with eroding soils. You have more runoff, which then will negatively affect your trail. So because of that, we built a really nice contouring trail with grade reversals throughout it that allow the water to run off the trail, and so you don't end up with situations like we had where we have a trail that's funneling the water down the mountain.
The Forest Service let the trail set over last winter and opened it up just this spring, so now the new section is open to the public and offers fresh views of the Wolverine Trail and surrounding landscape. Autumn has already set in up here, and winter is on its way within the next few months. But once the snow starts to fall, that doesn't mean your recreation options disappear. Ranger McFarland takes me to some of the destinations that are open year-round, a series of yurts that accommodate visitors no matter what time of year you're exploring.
We have 5 yurts. 4 of them are accessible by ATV, 3 of them are accessible by passenger car vehicle, and 1 of them you'd have to backpack into. They're open year-round for rental, but where they see their most use is throughout the wintertime. And that's really a unique experience, because you'll park at the same trailhead we started out of, and it's a winter trailhead, and you can snowmobile to 2 of the yurts on one trail, or on different trails. Most people snowmobile to a point and then get off and ski or snowshoe the last mile into the yurt.
If you're coming out to the Wolverine Trail to ride ATVs, there are a lot of different trails, but they are well marked, and the yurts are easy to find with maps provided by the Forest Service. The same goes for winter. You'll just want to rely a little bit more on the maps, since a white world can be a bit more difficult to navigate. You can get maps or rent yurts at the Evanston Mountain View Ranger District page at fs.usda.gov. Many people see autumn as a time of fallen leaves and a brown world, a desolate time. Even now, there is beauty to be found, a stark, unassuming beauty, a beauty that slows you down and makes you appreciate the softer colors before it all turns white. That is what I found today on Wolverine Trail.
There's just all kinds of opportunities in the same area, and so you can come out with a large group of people and everybody can enjoy themselves and find their own experience.
Well, as you can see, the Wolverine Trail is beautiful. And in the spring, you're going to be able to ride that new section. It's going to be a great adventure, so you want to come out here. Now, it's easy to find. You just want to come out of Evanston, heading south on Highway 150, and head for the North Slope parking lot. You'll be able to access all of these trails. Well, I'm Stephen Heumann for At Your Leisure. We need to take a commercial break, but when we come back, we'll have this week's product review.
Introducing the new Can-Am Spyder F3. With a cruising riding position and the most advanced vehicle stability system in the industry, you'll ride with a feeling of complete freedom and confidence. Visit your Can-Am Spyder dealer and test drive one today. The new Spyder F3. Riding has evolved.
It's all new from the ground up. New rack system, new LED headlights and taillights, new chassis, and new improved ergonomics. Introducing the all-new Arctic Cat ATVs. Filthy, clean, fun.
Experience freedom and the lifestyle of rural America like never before in Cedar City, October 23rd with the Western Freedom Festival. Join us for an event that celebrates family values, public lands, good music, and the rights that have given us the opportunity to set our sights on the horizon. The crown jewel of the conference will be a live concert performed by country music star Daryl Worley. Freedom education and discussion sessions will allow participants to learn about and comment on the role of government, environmental policy, and the Constitution. Get more information and event tickets at westernfreedomfest.com.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. I'm out here at Steadmans in Tooele, and I got the funnest product review today, and it's the Honda Grom. And I know some of you guys are thinking, man, what do you need that little bike for? But I can tell you, for racing around town, this thing is a hoot. I'm 6 foot tall, and you can see, even when I get on it, I've got lots of room for my legs, my arms, everything. The mirrors work out just right on it, and it's a lot of fun to ride. It's a 125cc motor that's 4-stroke, and it's fuel injected, so it gets phenomenal gas mileage. You're talking about 100 miles per gallon on this thing. So if you've got some kids in your house that you've become the the taxi cab for, this is the ticket. Go out and get them one of these. They'll be fighting over who gets to go ride it, because it is absolutely a hoot to go ride on.
Groms are cool.
Okay, see, you just made TV. Okay, now we gotta get back to work, so hit the bricks. You ever seen At Your Leisure? Nah. Watch it, Sunday morning. Now, if you're looking for an entry-level bike to get started on, this has definitely got to be on the top of the list. What really makes this nice is you've got the mirrors, you've got full blinkers, it's electric start, so it's very easy to get on this thing and get going. You've got the blinkers and everything. But what makes this thing, it isn't just a piece of junk. I mean, you can see it's got inverted forks on it, you've got disc brakes both front and rear, so it's a full-blown motorcycle just in a compact package. And this has a full instrumentation on it, digital gauge, RPM, gas, blinkers, all that stuff all shows up there, trip meters, very nice. You can get a big bore kit for the engine as well, but one of the things that really makes this different, this is not a scooter, okay? This has a clutch and a shift lever and a full brake. I mean, it's just like you'd normally ride a motorcycle, so that's why it makes a really good beginner bike. It also has rear rider pegs, so if you want to carry a passenger, there's plenty of room actually for 2 people to get on this and go have some fun. Well, I want to take this thing out riding some more, so if you want to check one out, get out to Steadmans in Tooele and take one of these Groms for a ride. They are really a blast to drive. Well, I'm Darren Kinder. We'll see you next time.
America's most innovative off-road vehicles are all on sale during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance. Get our biggest rebate ever on Razor XP 1000. Save $1,000 on remaining 2015s while they last. Get our lowest price ever on Ace 4x4. This all-new off-road experience is just $64.99 after rebate. Get the year's best deals during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance.
People might tell you it's 300 miles out here, but remember, it's really only 30 miles back.
Back in 1946, the business started as a used car operation. We took on the RV business, and we've enjoyed the trailer business so much. Our goal is to make as many people happy as possible. I enjoy when they come in and they let me know they're happy. And if they're not happy, I want to make them happy. I'm excited about it. I think we have a lot of inventory out there to show people. We got some great employees. But I want to sell them on what we're here for, and it's all about service.
A mountainside trail. A day of speed that pushes your limits. A desert oasis that opens your horizons. A land of horsepower for every taste. Tooele County is all of them in one. It's time to experience a new adventure you never knew you were missing. It's time to find out what's just over the mountain. Tooele County, Utah. The Wasatch Front is your home. Tooele is your backyard.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. Well, you can see how you can be allured by this beautiful crystal clear azure water. Isn't that the right word, A-Z-U-R-E?
I think, well,
that color?
Yeah, something
That was my
like
favorite color in the crayons.
It was.
It was my favorite color, yeah. It's fabulous.
Well, we've stopped at the beach over here. There are a lot of things to do when you come to Cozumel. Obviously, we've given you a sample of them, but there are way more that you can possibly do in 24 hours, which means you may want to call Columbus Travel and book a separate trip here after your cruise and just hang out here for a week. So far, it's just been really friendly and a lot of fun and really, really, really clean and top-notch.
Oh, seriously. But you know what? We need to stop talking and go snorkeling.
All right, let's go swimming.
All right.
Scuba diving is one of the top places in the world. For scuba diving, we have a great barrier of coral for snorkeling.
How'd you like it?
Great, beautiful.
And I'm a travel agent, so I highly recommend this to other people.
Very good.
You can find us online, internet at www.exploracaribe.com.
Everywhere we go and At Your Leisure, we have fun.
We're going to have some more fun because we're going to go take a look at our trailhead adventure.
Meet Frank White. If it has two wheels, Frank has ridden it. As CEO of ATK Motorsports, Frank has been manufacturing dirt bikes and motorcycles for decades. His love of off-roading has taken him on trails across the country, and his street bike rides have covered back roads with beauty second to none. Cycling has been in that mix too, but pedal power has taken a backseat to horsepower. That's changing, however, as Frank looks to a new electric bicycle that helps you hit the trail with ease, but doesn't make it that easy for you. And while it will be seen as a blessing to some, others perceive it as potential trouble on public lands.
You have to work, you have to pedal. Just like a regular bike, but it's kind of like going downhill. And we have 4 modes: 0, where there's no battery power, and then 1, 2, 3. And 3, drains the battery a little faster. With 3, you can go about 2 hours. It's a true hybrid. You got to pedal, but you get to go too.
It feels very streamlined. It's not much heavier at all than like a normal old Huffy bike, and I used to drag around in the 3rd grade.
Electric bicycles have been around for years, offering riders the chance to forego pedaling and enjoy a ride more akin to a dirt bike, just without the gas. The ATK bicycle changes that, since the battery only kicks in when the pedals are moving, forcing the rider to work while being assisted as needed.
I can see myself going pretty much anywhere on one of these things. People from all ages and fitness levels. I have 4 kids myself. I could see myself keeping up with my kids in their mid-20s, early 30s, and being kind of like a super rock star mom, I
let people ride these all the time that normally wouldn't ride a bicycle, and they say, I could ride one of these, I want to buy one. And so it's going to get a complete new group of people riding on trails.
And that is a problem for some riders already mountain biking on Western trails. The advent of partially motorized vehicles on non-motorized trails has led purists to claim such conveyances have no place alongside standard cycles, attempting to have them banned on single-track trails altogether.
You know, I've learned over the years you get pushback no matter what you do. Right now, the Consumer Product Safety Commission and the NHTSA, National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, deems these bicycles as bicycles. Now, what deems these as bicycles is there's no power assist over 20. And these are considered low speed, and so the definition of that is these are considered bicycles. I'm a motorcycle guy, so I haven't really had a discussion, but some just have the attitude of, hey, if I'm going to be able to ride up here, I want to be the only guy on top of the hill. And you know, I ride all the time places and I think, boy, if my wife could be here, she'd love this. And you know, it's just, so I don't know why they think that way. The other day I had somebody say, well, with this, we're going to get people out on the trails that have never been there before. And you know, that's a great problem to have.
For now, the mountain bike trails of the West are open to the ATK electric bicycle, and the rugged paths may be seeing more of these unique hybrids. For men like Frank, who want to have their power and their exercise as well, this just might get them out on the mountain.
So I can see this as a family activity. I can see people out doing it that don't have the confidence or feel like they have the skills to get out and do it, so that you don't have to get off your bike and walk up a hill, kind of the hill of shame. You
know, our whole thing is to get more people out and recreate on the trails.
From the mountain bike trailhead, I'm Don Dunwell.
Our Trailhead segment today is sponsored by Rocky Mountain ATV MC. That's that great place where you can order all kinds of accessories for your ATV or your motorcycles, and they'll ship it right to your door. Just go to the RockyMountainATVMC.com website, and you can take a look at it there.
America's most innovative off-road vehicles are all on sale during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance. Get our biggest rebate ever on RZR XP 1000. Save $1,000 on remaining 2015s while they last. Get our lowest price ever on Ace 4x4. This all-new off-road experience is just $64.99 after rebate. Get the year's best deals during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance.
Hi, I'm Chad Booth, host of the TV show At Your Leisure. Those of you who watch our show know that we cover recreation in the West, and often we talk about land access issues. But did you know that land access is an important issue in the East too? BRC stands ready to help you protect that vital access to the sport that you love. So remember, no matter where you live in the USA, join, participate, and donate to the Blue Ribbon Coalition.
There are certain types of people out there who put everything to the test. For them, we built the Can-Am Maverick XDS with the first factory-installed turbo. It delivers 121 horsepower, impressive suspension travel, and exclusive Fox shocks. It's engineered to ace any test, including yours. Can-Am, the ride says it all.
Chad, don't you think this is like a beach and buffet?
In more ways than one, Rhea, in more ways than one. Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We are on the, well, this is still a Caribbean behind us, but we're pointing out towards the Atlantic here on the other side of Cozumel, this beautiful set of bungalows on the beach where we've stopped for a buffet from our day of exploration and have some authentic food. I've never had pink rice before.
And it looks really yummy.
It is actually, it's pretty tasty. I already had a bite.
Did you?
Yes.
Let's talk about the calendar events.
All right, well, we've got a lot on them, so let's find out about it.
Well, our big event of the coming weeks is happening October 23rd in Cedar City. It's the Western Freedom Festival, a celebration of the Western lifestyle and our public lands. Western Freedom Festival will feature a full-day Legacy of Freedom conference with educational learning, opportunities, and conference tracks including public lands, federal advantages and disadvantages, and states' rights. The conference will be followed by a Freedom concert featuring Daryl Worley at 7 p.m. in the Centrum Arena. Tickets for the concert are $39 for premium seating or $25 for reserve seating. For information, visit westernfreedomfest.com. And for tickets to the concert, visit tbirdtickets.com. This is going to be a great event for everyone out there who appreciates our Western heritage, freedoms, and access to adventure. The Western Freedom Festival is actually leading into Cedar City's premier celebration, the Livestock and Heritage Festival, which starts just the next day on the 24th and 25th. Chad and I attended this Heritage Festival last year, and it was a ton of fun. I mean, there was parades, massive quantities of sheep going down Main Street. It was so awesome. They had led them off the mountain and now into winter range, and it was just a sight to see that these sheep farmers are out there taking care of these beautiful animals that not only supply wool, but food. So remember, October 23rd is that Western Freedom Festival, and October 24th and 25th is the Livestock and Heritage Festival. We'll see you there.
You know, last summer we gave away a trip on the MSC Divina, and that's why we got the idea for this excursion to come down to Cozumel and just tour the island, because there was so much to do in a day, so you can't just book it in a day, as I mentioned a little bit earlier. So if you do want to, though, cruise the Caribbean, they'll have all of this on their agenda for you, and they are so great about booking all, I mean, they have so many different tours and they can custom fit stuff. And you know, when you book through the ship, there's just a comfort knowing that they pick the best vendors and they'll get you back.
Absolutely. These guys are great. They really took care of us and they speak the language, and it's just been really, really relaxing.
Yes, except for the part where you were driving. Now let's go to next week's show.
Well, in 7 days, it's the At Your Leisure season premiere for our 14th season. That's right. You've been with us for 14 years, following us on all of our adventures, and it all starts new next week as we show you one town that has a lot to offer, both in adventure and relaxation. We'll have all the details on the premiere of AYL Season 14.
Looks like a great show, Chad.
It does indeed. Now, this has been a great show this week as well, and if you would like to find out a little bit more about Cozumel, well, there are several ways to do it. The first option you have is Google Cozumel, and you can find out all kinds of things about the different activities there are to do down here.
Or you can go to Cozumel Caribe. That's a fantastic touring agency there, and they can really take you around.
Those are the people who took us around today. Your third option is, if you want things to be handled for you, is just go to Columbus Travel, contact columbusvacations.com. They know this area very well, and they can book every detail of your trip down here.
Yeah, it's just been fantastic.
And finally, if you really would like to take a cruise, I recommend MSC Cruise Lines, where we just gave away a vacation a little while ago, and they can make sure that you get a good day here too, along with a whole bunch of other stuff in the Caribbean.
An entire week, actually.
Indeed. Well, that's all the time we have this week for At Your Leisure. Thank you for joining us. We'll look for you next week. Between now and then, though, make sure that you get out with your family, your friends, the outdoors.
At your leisure. Let's go for a swim.
All right.
Not there,
okay.
in the pool. Why are you still on the edge? Here.
Because I'm scared of your driving?
I'm not gonna kill you.
All right, oh, that's good, that's perfect.
You have a message. You have a brand. You have something worth experiencing. What you don't have is an audience. Advertising on At Your Leisure is effective and affordable, giving you an audience that dwarfs anything else out there. It's time your message was heard.
Hey guys, if you liked that video, you're going to want to watch all of our other AYL videos. You're going to want to like it, you're going to want to share it, and you're going to want to subscribe, right? See all the buttons right here? This is what you're going to want to do, right? Click on them, because we have some really cool videos, all kinds of behind the scenes stuff, bloopers of Alicia crashing and stuff.
Why are you going to sell me out like that, Steven?
So you want to click all of these things and subscribe to our channel, because At Your Leisure is awesome, and we'll see you here for more videos.